control nobody's private life. You can do what you want to in your private life. You know what I'm saying? But as it has to do what we're doing as a body, the corporate body, yeah, we're in control of that. Yeah. And so then Susie talking to a guy today, and he was telling about, just give us a little snippet of what he was saying he had did, what he done, what they were doing about the singing and the album and the stuff. You remember?
Oh.
She's a little slow, y'all. She's getting older. She's all right.
At the water place? You talking the water
Yeah.
place? Oh, 'cause I had went to get water for the for yesterday, and I asked him. I was getting ready to ask him, "Do we have money on our bill?" The church, but I didn't get. I said, "Do we have money?" He said, "The F.O.L.D," and I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How would he know the F.O.L.D?" You know? And so he said. So I said, "Yeah." He said, "You haven't been here in a long time," and I said, "I know it's been a couple of years." I said, "'Cause somebody else usually come get the water," and so he started talking about the Lord, and he was saying that he was like, "Yeah, I sing music. I sing gospel music, well, worship music." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "When our church just did this, like a little musical." He said, and it was just so good. He said, and our song, he said, all our songs are about Jesus. He said, we just worship Jesus, a choir. And so I said, it'd be good if you come, if you guys, because he's Filipino. And I was like, oh, the Filipino. And I said, we have a lot of Filipinos in our church. I said, they'll be blessed to hear, you guys singing. And so he said, well, it's 42 of us. I was like, oh. I would, I said, well, it'll be good. I said, if y'all come on a Sunday or a Friday night, we have the secret angel. I said, but we'll see. So I said, let me get your number. He got my number and stuff. And he said, okay, let me call my pastor.
That's what he said. What did he say?
Mm-hmm. He said, let me call my pastor and see what he says. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So he said, well, I get back in contact with you.
Yeah. See, that's somebody who follows leadership. And they got a whole group at this church, over 40 some of them, in this group that's singing and making music and whatever, doing concerts and whatever, But he's so well trained, he ain't gonna say, yeah, we'll do it, sure, we want to. He not even give her an indication, any hint that they gonna do that. No, his only reply was, let me talk to my pastor and see what he said. That's the kind of training the church gotta have. When you start dealing in the marketplace, when you start dealing not only in the marketplace, but in churches' houses. The church houses with folks, with Christians and what have you, and you put in a position to make a choice about something, decision about something that's going to engage you, it would be wise that you say, well, let me call one of the elders. I'm going to talk to one of the elders. I'm going to talk to our pastors, talk to somebody about it. Unless you're scared, we're going to say no, and so you ain't going to bring it because they're going to tell me no, and I want to do this. I'm not going to bring the Pastor Hazel because I know she's going to say no, and then Pastor James, he ain't going to even think about it. He ain't going to even say, I'm going to pray about it. He ain't going to say nothing. He just going to say no. So I'm just going to go set it up, and after I get it set up, we get a date and everything established, and we get the ball rolling, then I'll go and tell them, we met these people, and we blah, blah, blah. See what I'm saying? That's just wisdom. Yeah. Okay. I want to share that. That little piece right there was good for the church. Because let me tell you, we're in times where deception, I'm telling you, it's monumental everywhere. In the churches. In the churches. I'm so glad that when we come together for the